Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Abby with Abby Reviews, and this is going to be my review for Bridgerton, Season 1, Episode number 8. Listen, I've been waiting on this. I'm in the midst of putting on new nails. Aren't these cute? Oh my god. Let's get into it. Shall we? Yes, let's. So it's a lot that's happened. So we found out that Marina did not kill herself. She forced herself to have a miscarriage by drinking that tea. Also, we found out that the love of her life is dead. His brother came to tell. He found a half-written letter, and the boy was in love with her, and he wanted to run away and get married, and he died in battle. So she is distraught, and I don't know what's going to happen with her now. Next, Daphne and the Duke are still not seeing eye to eye. Duke is trying to leave London early, and she's like, "Oh no. We had an agreement, and the agreement was that you'll stay to the end of the season, and then you can go about your way." But they still in love with each other, and she's still trying to figure out why. What did your father do to you that would make you choose this over us being happy and in love and having children and a happy family? And he's still being stubborn and acting the ass about it. Child, he needs therapy. He needs to go sit on the couch. And meanwhile, Eloise is convinced that the modiste is Lady Whistledown, and she is like trying to get her to understand, no, I need you to retract that before you've enraged the queen and before she figure out who you are, and then you be silenced, bitch. I need you to get it together. However, I don't think the modiste is Lady Whistledown, so off or not, daughter, off or not. Let's go. So now Miss Thompson is getting on my nerves. So the man she was living with, his brother comes back and he offers to marry her. He's like, my brother's wish was for you to be taken care of and supported. Please allow me to carry out my brother's wishes. This would save not only her, but the Featheringtons, because they ain't got no money. And she's like, I'm no longer with y'all, so I'm not doing this bullshit. Fuck all this. I'm out. And she's like, no, I'm not marrying you. And she walks off. The ungratefulness of it all, girl. Just for real. And so, also, Mumford, the boxer man, is really thinking about taking this dive and taking up the Featherington man's offer about taking the dive. Now, he done placed the bet. The fight ain't starting. Listen, please take this dive, because otherwise you're gonna get for him to take the dive, because if he not, he gonna get that man killed. He gonna get, because he made, like with the loan sharks, he made the bet, and he used the deed of his house. Oh dear God, please, sir, whatever you do, take the fucking dive. And now Daphne is going through all of the stuff that was shoved away that belonged to the daddy, to try and figure out what the fuck is going on with the Duke, because she loved him and she wanted to work. So, girl, do the best you can. Pause. So they're at the boxing match, and Anthony Bridgerton is there, and his ex-girlfriend, the opera singer chick, is there with another dude who is sponsoring her, and they giving each other looks over the boxing ring. And next thing I know, they are under the bleachers fucking. Okay. Have a happily ever after, all that good shit. Oh God. So that's pretty much what is prepared. Okay, so Mumford took the dive. Thank God, because I think the people would have killed that man if he didn't. So he took the dive. They both got paid. The Feathertons are back in the black. So they're getting the Featherton girls are getting their new dresses, and Miss Thompson says she's walking down the hallway. Something happens. She drops her plate, and she says, I think I need a doctor. I think she's still pregnant. I don't think the tea worked. So then Daphne blackmail the Duke into, well, she figured out that the daddy was a jackass and that he had a speech impediment as a child. So now she is trying to get him to understand that you're not your father, you're not your father's mistakes. So she blackmails him into coming to spend time with the family and with all of the children to show him that he can be a good dad by how he interacts with the children, which he does successfully and wonderfully. But I don't think it's going to be that easy. But we'll see. We will see. Pause. A lot shit just happening. Oh my God. So the ball has started. The Duke sees Mumford and his wife, who has this huge chain on her big, fat, juicy diamond. He knows that he threw the fight. The Featheringtons arrive at the ball, and her little goony friends or clique of circles or mean girls come up to her and say, "Oh, I see you. Fortunate that you're here." And she was like, "Yeah, I got a personal invitation." And she was like, "Yeah, fortunes can change even overnight." And they was like, "Well, where's your husband?" I guess some things don't change overnight. Probably celebrating his win. He's at the brothel. And they was like, "We have a special girl just for you." They open the door. It's the men that he betted with. He put the bet in with. And they're like, "Come sit down, talk to us." I think they're going to kill him. They're going to kill him. They're going to kill it. It's too late. He got the money now. His family fortunes have reversed and they done paid off the debt. So there's that. Daphne and the Duke talked, and she was like, he told her, "Just because I'm good with kids doesn't mean I want any of my own." So that trickery with the brothers and sisters did not work. Penn sees Colin at the ball, and he goes over to her. He says, "I want to thank you because you tried to warn me about what was going on." And she was like, "I just knew that I just didn't want you to see you hurt and blah, 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 and all that good stuff." And she was like, "You should never apologize for being in love. When you're in love, you should declare it loudly, fervently, with no fear." And before she could tell him, "I'm in love with you," he tells her, I'm leaving. I start my tour tomorrow in the Mediterranean. And it's all thanks to you. You reminded me of my love of traveling and all that good stuff." And once again, Penn is devastated. Heartbroken. Devastated. So then Eloise tried to go talk to the queen to try to figure out how they gonna catch Whistledown. The little the nosy footman won't let her, and she butters him up with his tales of his genius about the Bow Street Runners, and then he lets her in that they're gonna catch her when she tries and sends her papers to the printing press. And so Eloise, still under the impression that the modiste is Lady Whistledown, has tried to bribe one of the footmen to take her to see her so she can warn her of what's finna happen. Now let's get to Colin and Sienna. Jesus, because that thing took me down. So Colin had said that he wanted to take Sienna to the ball, and she was like, "I can't go to the ball." She was like, "I am the Viscount. The Duke is my brother-in-law. We are the top of the food chain. Ain't nobody gonna say shit to you. If you come to the ball with me, it's gonna be what I say it is, and that's that." And so he comes to her house that evening with flowers in hand, all dressed up for the ball. And she knocks on her door, and a man half clothed answers the door. And she tells that man, "Go upstairs, my love. I'll be up there in a minute." And then she says to him, "You have these dreams, these big dreams and aspirations, but really you're lost. This is not going to happen. This cannot happen. This will not happen. You need to let me go. This man upstairs doesn't try to make me something that I am not. And you keep trying it. And you left me high and dry, and I don't trust you. And let me go." And now he devastated and crying. He gonna cry in the carriage later. Baby, it's a lot happening. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, the Duke and Daphne, they have their one dance that they negotiated that they're gonna do as a waltz. They start waltzing across the room, blah blah blah, and then it starts to rain. And Daphne refuses to get out of the rain, and the Duke is standing there like, "Daph, come on." And so Lady Danbury says, "Well, thank you so much. This is over. This event is over. Everybody go home. Thank you. It's a success. You can tell them you had a great time later. Thanks so much. Everybody get out." Now, even the queen, she was like, "Oh, you can go too." And then Daphne and the Duke have a conversation based off of something that Daphne's mama said to her. They chose her dad chose to love each other every day. They were not without trial or conflict, but they made a choice to love each other every day. So she says, you believe that in order to be loved, you have to be without fault. To be perfect in order to be worthy of love. And that is just not true. But I choose to love you. He's like, I'm just going to stop pretending like I don't love you. Flaws and all, regardless of what happens, I love you. And you can choose to love me too. Nobody has a say in that but you. And so that was beautiful. And then the Featherington women get home. And all of the servants are there. And she's like, where's Miss Thompson? And she comes a couple steps down the stairs. And then there's the Bow Street Runners that are there. I'm going to talk about Eloise and the Bow Street Runners in 1 second. But her lady's maid comes in and she was like, they saying your husband, he's dead. And the Bow Street Runners have questions. She's like, what? And so she runs into the office and she opens up the bag that had all the money from his winnings. And it's gone. And she starts hysterically sobbing. Child, I'm through. Child, I'm through. Now, Eloise is waiting outside of the printers to talk to Lady Whistledown and let her know that it is a trap. And so when Lady Whistledown's carriage pulls up, she jumps out and she starts to go towards the carriage. And then she sees the Bow Street Runner running from around the corner. And she's like, run, it's a trap. And so their carriage takes off. And she was like, oh my God. And the Bow Street Runner was like, what are you doing? She's like, oh, I apologize. I thought you were somebody else. But if you run, you can probably catch her. And then she's like, I love this show. Okay, so the Featheringtons are devastated. Miss Thompson ends up marrying her baby daddy's brother, and kind of save the Featherington ladies. There is a name of Miss Featherton has the name of who inheriting the Featherington title, but we don't know what that is yet. Eloise figured out that Madame Delacroix is not Lady Whistledown. She doesn't know who it is yet. We know who it is because we see her unmasked, and it's fucking Penelope. Penelope is Lady Whistledown. Now, this is not news to me because I read the books, but oh my God. And so it ends with Daphne and the Duke giving birth to their first baby, a boy, which they are going to name. He has a letter A for his first name. So, and that is the end of season 1. I am thrilled by this series. I have read all of the books in the series. I can't wait to see whose romance is going to be in series 2. In season 2, Eloise is going to have a season. Like it or not, she's going to fall in love. If they go by the books, Penelope is getting a chance at love. Penelope's story is my favorite story out of the series. So I hope they start her love story next season. I can't wait for that. Drop down in the comments. You tell me your favorite person in the Bridgerton saga. Did you enjoy this season? Are you ready for next season? Please like, comment, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a kin. And I will catch you in the next one.